First time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davey, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BD elite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BD elite.
Hello.
Braden Harrington here with Davey Portman for Up Next, postwrestling.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you found us here, and of course,
twitch.tv/upnextpodcast. Hello, Twitch room.
Yes, hello, this is BD Elite. Yes, we are your NXT friends. And we'll always be your NXT friends, but on Wednesday nights... I think I messed
Yeah, Wednesday nights have changed. It's a whole new thing. It's thrown us. We feel completely all over the place. Wednesday nights are now AEW nights for Up Next.
That's exactly correct. So Tuesdays we talk about NXT, and Wednesdays now we talk about AEW. So we talk about NXT and we cover that, and that's kind of our main priority, our bread and butter, and we do Was Next and all sorts of NXT related stuff. But AEW is the shiny new toy in the world of pro wrestling, and as fans we all kind of want to check out this hot new product, and we decide that, well, we watch it anyways, so why not do a show about it anyways week to week. So this is our bonus show here on the free feed, so welcome.
It is, yeah. This has been a kind of Thursday brunch show the last couple of months, and we always invite our patrons on at the end to call in and share their thoughts. So we are going to be continuing that as well. So if you are a patron of Up Next, you've got the Zoom link message to you, and you can join us at the end of the show to share your thoughts of Dynamite or NXT or whatever you want to talk about in the world of wrestling.
Yes, we talked about all about TakeOver. We did 2 nights of TakeOver watch-alongs, 2 nights of Mania watch-alongs, and then a Mania post-show and post-shows for TakeOver Stand and Deliver, and NXT was hot. I guess we don't have to compare the shows anymore. I
guess not. They're just different things.
They're just different shows. They're just 2 different wrestling shows.
But NXT was better this week.
He said it. Yeah. NXT was really hot this week. There were some lows and there were some highs, and we talked all about that. But this week was the first AEW to strictly just have AEW.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday night.
Yeah. And we'll be getting all into that.
Big show feel.
No big
show, actually.
Not so much. Yeah. Well, we'll get into that, but we've got some more important things to talk about first.
Oh.
Tomorrow, it's Up Next Mania. The first ever Up Next Mania. 6 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Twitch. And yesterday, we had a bit of a cliffhanger because we announced the main event between yourself and Chris Elliott is a 3 stages of hell match.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We decided that in the BD title, we would do 3 stages of hell, and I picked the first fall. Well, actually, Chris picked the first fall, and it's apparently...
Stone Cold Trivia.
Trivia on Stone Cold Steve Austin. My fall is all about theme songs in wrestling. One final beat.
Exactly.
But then there's a third fall, and you kind of didn't let me
There's
know.
a third fall,
yeah.
And we're actually going to be doing the contract signing right now, live on Twitch. I have Chris Elliott on the line. Chris, are you there?
2 seconds while I unmute.
There
Hello,
we go. There he is.
And you're recording this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is live.
I've got a contract in my hand right here. I had one faxed over to Chris earlier today.
Oh, okay.
It's been signed by lawyers.
Signed, sealed, delivered?
Yeah. And I just need the signatures of the champion and the challenger. And I would like to announce, if the BDE championship goes to a third fall, it will be an exploding barbed wire death match.
What?
Yes.
No.
How are you going to do an exploding barbed wire death match on Twitch?
Sign and see.
Sign and see, huh? Well, I'm happy that you got Chris here on the line. Chris, you won the Up Next Rumble, and what a show that was. Crazy outcome that you, this underdog, won the Rumble, and you get your shot, because frankly, a lot of people listening don't know who you are. So Chris, thanks so much for coming and playing the game tomorrow night, this Thursday. But after this week, I don't need to worry about this little gnat that just keeps flying around for no reason, bugging the hell out of me when I don't give a shit about it at all. But yeah, I'll sign the contract. Sure. I mean, let me make sure. Well, let me go over this. Make sure there's no
Page 27.
Page 27. What's on page 27?
Chris, well, you've had yours all day, so would you like to sign the contract and show the camera?
I would, but I was going to originally sign it on one of my kids' books. However, I thought of something else I could sign this bad boy on. I'm going to sign it on my Up Next hoodie.
Oh, the disrespect of the challenger.
Yeah, disrespect, because he paid me $39 American for it. So yeah, right all over it, Chris.
And the contract has been signed.
Look, I know how these things go. There's always someone who puts someone through a table. There's always mean things that are said. Well, we can't put each other through tables. We can't do that, and that's just disrespectful. And we're in this pandemic now. We gotta follow the social distance rules. So no touching. No. But Chris,
that's fine by me.
Yeah, I hope you're getting in your 15 minutes of fame. It must feel like a wild ride with people seeing the epic promo video that we put on our Twitter and all the stuff. But Chris, I hope you're enjoying it, because you won't ever get it again.
You see, Braden, did Davey ever tell you what my original first choice was for my subject?
I don't know, family, kids, something stupid.
It was theme music. So what you've basically done by making yours theme music, you've handed it on a plate to me. Remember, I'm the one who created the Up Next group playlist. I love music. I love wrestling theme songs. You've handed it on a plate, and I'm guaranteeing you now. I'm guaranteeing you now. 2-0. You don't even need the third fall tomorrow night. 2-0.
We're not even going to get to the exploding barbed wire death match, is what Chris Elliott's saying there.
So I apologize to whoever has come up with the questions or whatever the form is for that third fall. You've wasted your time. 2-0.
2-0 because you know your wrestling theme song trivia or knowledge? No, you don't know anything compared to me. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm a podcast host about professional wrestling. I know everything about wrestling, and I know everything about wrestling music. So I'll beat you in that too. It doesn't matter. Come Up Next Mania, Chris. I know you're from across the pond, and I don't want to get too personal here, but you'll just be like Prince Philip, okay? You'll be 6 feet in the ground and you'll be forgotten. So yeah, 0-0. Sure. Whatever you say, pal. I don't even know what that means. Speak English, okay? Proper English.
Well, I think Vince McMahon just wrote Braden's promo there, but you have it. The contract is signed. Up Next Mania tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Twitch.tv/UpNextPodcast. Audio available for patrons after the fact. It's going to be a big night. Come join us. We've got so many different matches on the card, including Chris Elliott versus Braden Harrington.
Oh, and Chris, you said you signed the contract over the hoodie. I don't know if you messed it up or not, but don't worry. Friday, I'll send your kids 3 brand new Up Next hoodies so they can rock them and stuff. Maybe I'll send your fiance one too, so she can make it with the champ in one way or another. But I'll see you Thursday, Chris. Soak it in.
Well, thanks for joining us, Chris.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow, Chris. Thank you.
Fuck you.
All right. Okay, well, let's get back to BDLE.
That was weird.
That was very weird. That was very weird. I don't know what happened there. It was great.
I don't know what came over me. But you have to check out at Up Next Podcast, the Twitter and the Instagram. Some of the videos that we have for our show this week are going to be insane. So again, by the time you're listening to this, check us out for Up Next Mania, 6 p.m. on the Twitch, because we have a complete show of matches and showdowns and all sorts of wild shit. And I can't wait to let you guys see it all, because it's super fun. This is just some podcast games that we've created over some wrestling trivia, but it's become so beyond that and personal.
Very personal. I mean, you heard it there. You just can't stop going on about his family.
I can't help myself.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm a home wrecker.
But yeah, I think we should be very honest to start with here. We're both exhausted today.
Oh man, I'm so tired.
It
hit me today.
If you've been kind of following our lives through these shows, we've been looking for places to live. We looked at 15 places today. Started at 12, finished at 5. Have gone all over the city.
We walked 20 miles.
Yeah, 20
and took
miles
Ubers and stuff. But yeah,
that on top of coming off the back of this whole WrestleMania week where we were on every single night, and then this changing with the Tuesday and the Wednesday, and it being Up Next Mania on Thursday. We're pretty exhausted, and we're gonna have a very nice sleep tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
I'm cooked. Yeah, WrestleMania week definitely did me in. Trying to explain to people in my life that there's a WrestleMania weekend, but then there's also 2 nights of it, and then there's also 2 nights before that, and then actually there's a Hall of Fame. There's also Raw and SmackDown, but I didn't watch that. But then there's also AEW that I got to sneak. That's just 1 week, and the next week has started, and we've already done one show, and we've already had a Shot in the Dark come out from John Cena, who's watching way more stuff than us. But we're still here chatting all about AEW here tonight. But wow, I was exhausted.
We're exhausted, but we're close. We've put in an offer.
Yeah, this is not the first contract I've signed today.
We've signed a few contracts, and hopefully by Up Next Mania, the BDE will have a BDE 2.0.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've officially put in our application, so maybe we'll
fingers crossed. We need positive vibes, guys. Positive vibes.
Yeah, I said, hey, everyone, go join the Patreon and help us buy movers and a new place. But then I said, for Patreon 132, I'd buy them a hoodie. So no one wants to sign up for 130 and 131. So I've decided the next 5 Patreons, one of you randomly is getting a hoodie. So just go sign up.
There you have it.
Because all the podcasts. Yeah, we're continuing to podcast this week. We've done our WrestleMania review, which is so much fun. We did our best match ever, WrestleMania show stealers. This week, we're doing a movie review on top of all the Up Next Mania stuff. Because, that's not it. We also have tomorrow, which we got to do this whole WrestleMania show that we put together here. So it's going to be crazy. But we are doing a review of Mortal Kombat, the movie, the OG movie from 1995. We love talking about the 90s on our shows. We go back to 95 too many times.
95 and 84, we've gone back to so many times. Yeah, it's very odd.
So we're just going to do the review of the old Mortal Kombat movie out this weekend as well. So go check that out.
They're having trailers for the new one during Dynamite.
Yeah, all the wrestling shows. So go check that out.
So good timing for that.
Yeah, but $5 North American tier gets you access to all the podcasts in the back catalog. We just got a tweet from, I think it was Mike, who clearly signed up for the Patreon. He's going back through, he's cherry picking some of the old podcasts out there, and he found the Freddy Got Fingered podcast with Wei Ting.
One of the best shows we've ever done.
He says this guy Mike DeCosta says that it's the greatest podcast he's ever listened to.
Ever. He did the double ever.
He said ever.
Yeah, he said the best podcast I've ever listened to ever.
Wow.
Or something like that.
Proud.
He really loved it. Proud.
Yeah. Daddy, would you like some sausage? So you could listen to that review if you go to our Patreon and subscribe and get access. $5 a month, North American tier. Oh boy. Yeah. So we're still podcasting. We're getting ready for Up Next Mania, which is going to be crazy. All the matches are up there. Go look at the hype stuff, but don't miss it. And if you do, the podcast form or maybe even a video form will be up for patrons.
The replay will be up for 24 hours.
Yeah. So there you go. So can't wait. So what's going on? Are we going into some AEW here? I guess so.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, you also have a match tomorrow night, which is an Inferno match.
You see, I'm so confident I don't even need to be cutting promos and signing
Well, you made me do
contracts.
it. You threw him on the spot. You threw me on the spot. You put him on the line. You didn't even tell me.
I'm so cool. I'm so calm. I don't really need to worry about it. I can just, look at houses during the day, record a podcast at night. No sweat.
Right.
I don't need to be threatening anyone's family.
That's just what non-champions do. Yeah.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, we will. We will. See, now you're even turning you on me. See, everyone's against me. I'm the real hero in this story, but for some reason, I'm the bad guy. I'm just trying to live my life, make decent wages, Put food on the table, buy us some
Am I
nice...
taking
nice
food off
cheese.
your table?
You are. And I'm the head of the table. And tomorrow night, damn it, I prove it. For once and for all, tune in for Up Next Mania. Let's go into some AEW Dynamite from Wednesday, April 14th. It's the first time we got to watch AEW live.
Ever.
And feel so, included in, I don't know, the online world. And I didn't really...
Yeah, I didn't go on Twitter once
nothing really
during
made
this
me.
show.
Yeah, nothing really ever made me.
I just
jump.
kept checking my phone, have we got the place?
Did we
Have
get
got
this
the
place yet? Yeah, our mind is on other things. So let's go into some AEW Dynamite, which starts off with Mike Tyson backstage, who's interrupted by MJF, and MJF kind of trying to suck up to Mike Tyson to basically say who is the special enforcer in a Jericho versus Dax match later. Hey, Mike, he makes fun of his tattoo on his face and says, here's a check. And hey, maybe you'll decide to do the right thing. There's a spot for you in the Pinnacle.
Blank check.
A blank check.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty. I mean, Mike Tyson, though, he's big money.
Yeah.
So
He could ask a lot.
He could have. And MJF is rich.
He apparently.
Yeah. The character.
Yes.
I guess. Right. So it's he's got the money to pay.
Yeah.
But Mike Tyson rips up the check and says, nah, get out of here. So he says, you made a big mistake, Mike.
Chews it up and spits it out.
Yeah, he's wild. So, yeah. Sino in the chat says, shout out Disney's Blank Check. Great movie. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's amazing. We start off the show with a AEW Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks, the champions, defending against the team of Pac and Rey Fenix. And the Young Bucks are now heels. I don't know if you know that, but they've turned last week. And they're bad guys now. And now they're showing it because they're decked out.
So much, yeah.
They got their headbands got bejeweled things on it.
Little dangly.
Little dangly, fancy jewels for their headbands and shiny gear and
They're in matching Dior Nikes.
Okay, so Dior Nikes sound crazy, so I had to look these up.
Okay.
These are Dior's one. How much do you think a pair of these shoes cost? Because they cost roughly street value
400.
400?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's really
4,000?
That's cute, dude. Bro, I'm looking 1,500,000.
Jeez.
17,000.
Sorry,
100. Oh my God, 1,500,000. No, 15,000, 17,000.
15,000 or 1,500?
No, 15,000.
15,000.
I'm seeing them for on sneakerhead websites right here. If I go
And
on,
they're wrestling in them?
and they're wrestling in these shoes. Wow, what would you What do you even do with these?
15,000?
That's fun.
That's a lot to spend on shoes.
I think it's because maybe they don't make them anymore. They were
Okay, limited.
because you can find them, but they're all really expensive.
Right.
So anyone who maybe has them, I see them here. It's try to find between 6,000 and 25,000. That's for a pair of shoes.
That's fucked.
That's crazy. And I like some shoes, and I like Nikes, but these don't look that good. They don't look like $15,000.
They're fine. They look like Nikes.
If I had $15,000, I'd buy Marty McFly's.
And you don't know it's
Nikes.
Dior until you lift up the soles. So
That is the really nice part. Like you just show it. I wish it
But
said
then to
something
everyone,
else.
they just look like fucking Nikes.
They're Dior's Nikes.
But no one knows because the
Yeah,
Dior
yeah,
is
you
on
gotta
the ground.
you gotta constantly show them, but they do always super kick people, so you would see
True.
it, and then it would be like leaving the mark on their face, Dior.
Yeah.
Unity. So the Bucks are bad guys, and they have very expensive shoes, and they're going up against the team of Pac and Ray Phoenix, who won the Battle Royal at the pay-per-view, and now is the time. Of course, this match has just some craziness. There's Nick Jackson and Ray Phoenix doing things I could never imagine actually doing. Flying around the ring, springboards, all sorts of things. And then Matt Jackson, Pac, everyone's hitting topes and jumping off the top rope to the outside. There's the, space flying tiger drop. Don Callis on commentary mentions that. I wonder if that's a nod to Will Ospreay. There's Nick, who finally gets tagged in back again, does the suck it spot, and then the X Factor, but in Ray Phoenix sells it like he gets
Just spikes him on his
yeah,
head.
like a pile driver. And then Nick looks at the camera and says, "Did you see that?" Pac is in, and he starts kicking the shit out of Nick Jackson, roundhouses to every part of his body. And then there's the Bucks, who come back with in-stereo apron bombs for Kevin Owens there. Then the classic Young Bucks back rake spot where they hype up, they're going for the big move, but it's just the back rake. Ray Phoenix, Pac, they're hitting German suplex combos, pump kicks. There's super kicks from the Bucks. I think it's Nick Jackson who counters a move with the springboarding off the ropes into the Canadian Destroyer. Looks crazy, just insane. There's double poison ranas. Ray Phoenix hits a springboard cutter, just insanity. There's a superplex frog splash, Black Arrow, but the pin is broken up. When the ref is not looking, there's a low blow from Nick to Pac, and then as Ray Phoenix is fighting Nick, he grabs the mask of Ray Phoenix, rips it off his face, throws it into the crowd. Now Ray Phoenix is using both of his hands to cover his face because he is a luchador, and the mask means, don't reveal yourself. While holding up his hands to cover his face, the Young Bucks hit him with a double super kick. He can't cover his face. I mean, he can, but he's basically getting two boots in the face. And the Bucks pin him to retain the titles. This was insanity.
Yeah, what I liked during this match is the Young Bucks were really over the top, healing it up. There was one point early in the match where Matt was backing into the corner, kind of further away from the camera in the babyface corner, and then was like, "Oh no, we're in the heel corner now." And then at one point he's teasing, he's standing in that corner mocking Pac and is doing the whole babyface Young Bucks thing, but doing it so over the top. I know some people might find this all a bit too over the top. To be honest, it kind of needs it because the Bucks have been so all over the place with, are they heels, are they baby faces? I feel you kind of needed to just have them be complete dicks and go, right, okay, this isn't Shades of Grey. This isn't just wanting to hang out with their friends who happen to be bad guys. These guys are bad guys now. So a bit over the top, but I kind of appreciated it. And
You're right. You got to go 180. Wrestling,
you really have to hit it on the head.
You're always taking the turning it up past 10 to see what the characters are. And yeah, they need to do that to get over. And I
they're
guess
way more entertaining as these arrogant dicks.
Oh, I love them. Through their whole run of their careers, I've always thought they were better heels, but they do such crazy flashy moves. You love them. In real life, you love them, but they're supposed to be the bad guy.
They can, even though they're very babyface-esque, the high flying, they can make them heelish by being just show-offs.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But the match itself was crazy. Like any match with Phoenix is nuts, and I love the finish with the mask being removed.
Oh yeah, that was such a creative finish. He gets so scared he covers his face. He's like, and then they look at each other like, yeah, let's just kick him in the head.
Yeah, then
great match.
Turn the show off here, I'd say.
Yeah, this should have just I love AEW how they start with hot matches. It makes the show just kick off, and this was right. Unfortunately, nothing could follow this, as the Bucks would say in a promo later. Unfortunately, very true. This should have just been the hot main event that they promoted. Yeah. I thought it would be, considering they were hyping it. But yeah, everything after this just felt maybe didn't live up to this, because how could you? But yeah, a great opening match. Just the back and forth. Maybe Pac and Ray Phoenix, like, they're the part of the Death Triangle. Maybe they're not as good as a tag team. Yeah, maybe Pac needs to get back with Oliver Gray.
Oh, is he doing stuff?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
but
shame.
that would be.
We did watch the that 6-man from Spring Break, didn't we?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Just as we're going on about
Lucha
Phoenix
stuff
here,
with
yeah.
the Lucha Libre. Yeah, who was in that match? Because that match was nuts.
It was Laredo Kid, Black Taurus, Dragon Bane, because I thought they said Dragon Dave. It was nuts.
Yeah, there was a guy named like Arez or Arise or something like that, and yeah, this match was crazy. You said you were watching some of Spring Break, and we were kind of cherry pick. We watched Rich Swann versus Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh, yeah.
We were watching all sorts of different stuff there on the Fight Nap, now owned by Triller. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. But we decided to watch. We follow John Cena, friend of the show, and post wrestling. I guess writes reports and does Shot in the Dark. But he kind of mentioned that match, and I thought, well, gotta check this out. So this lucha match from GCW was.
It was excellent.
What the fuck?
Yeah, some crazy stuff.
Like things I can't explain. I wouldn't know how to write notes on. I'm glad we didn't write notes. Yeah, we watched more wrestling. This week.
I don't know what's wrong with us. I'm exhausted.
But that match actually, that one needs to
It
be
was really
speak-
good.
Check it out.
If you haven't seen it yet, I would seek it out.
That blew my actual mind. The commentator, I don't know who the commentators are for Spring Break, but they're really funny. And I kind of love what GCW and stuff is doing, even though in a pandemic, like they're trying, man, they're still kicking and going. But yeah, that lucha match was pretty nuts. Definitely check it out. I could see any of those guys going into shows
it was
like
fantastic.
this. Yeah, good stuff. Laredo Kid's awesome. We go to Alex Marvez with the Dark Order, and he's with Hangman, who's having a drink. Marvez kind of mentions that Hangman has been on a winning streak and he's kind of in contention for the title. So therefore his history with Kenny, things could get a little messy. And what are some thoughts in the Bucks? And he's like, I don't really care about all that. And then slaps Silver's shoulder and he says, I'm worried about his injury. And he's like, my other shoulder. But now this one hurts. He mentions he's going to go buy everyone some beer, get some food, maybe some egg rolls, and just have a good night. And it's rehab time for John Silver.
This was it for Hangman tonight.
He's just like, just chilling.
Fine, you're funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. Let's wake up. Yeah. This was fine. They're always great. They're always funny. John Silver's great.
Yeah. This is whatever. But yeah, I hope he gets back in time to do some more stuff. Alex Marvez is having a busy night because now he's with the Inner Circle, and Chris Jericho says the Pinnacle beat us up pretty good, and well, we realized that we've changed our ways. I had to right my wrongs, so all week after that beatdown, I was calling people from my life that I did dirty, and the first person on that list was Mike Tyson. So he says, "Hey, I had to right my wrongs, and now we're boys again." Dax the Axe, tonight we go 1-on-1, and I put stitches in your head, and I'll put more in you. And Mike Tyson then says, like, well, Chris, just because I'm the special enforcer and I'm your friend, I'm not gonna,
playing it straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle here. And he's like, and if you decide to do anything funny, well, Chris, you might get knocked out again. And he's like, and then they hug. It's just an epic moment.
So we've got all this Forbidden Door stuff going on at the moment. Jericho being on the WWE network again. And now Tyson, who's doing Triller, or did Triller.
Right.
Is this
right.
AEW, Triller, WWE?
Whoa.
It's all opening up.
The Forbidden Doors to Triller.
We're going to have Mauro Ranallo calling an AEW match on Triller.
Dude, that's it. Mauro calling Mike Tyson against Anthony Ogogo.
Yeah.
In AEW.
Sure.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah,
that's what they're gonna book towards.
Yeah, and I could see you having throwing a Jake Hager on Triller or something like that.
Oh yeah, is Triller the one who hosts the Versus? Is that what they do too? Because they're doing a 420 Red Men versus Method
It's
Man.
them doing the Jake Paul fight, isn't it?
Wow, they got some. They look like they have some serious backing behind them. So
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what they do with some wrestling stuff. But yeah, that is interesting. This now the Forbidden Doors are just so many.
Swing them all open.
I love swinging Forbidden
Oh, yeah.
Doors. Yeah, all over the place. So
I do like how the Inner Circle are now baby faces, and it's just they justify it with, yeah, we got beaten up, and we were like, man, that sucks. That's mean.
That's what we've been doing to
We've been doing to people. I better start apologizing. And us as wrestling fans are like, sure, all right,
yeah,
cool.
glad you learned from your
Glad
mistakes.
you learned from your
We
mistakes.
forgive. We forgive and forget right away. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's what happens in wrestling. So that match is later tonight. We go to our next match, which is Jade versus Red Velvet. So this is kind of a grudge match, so to speak. So Shaq and Jade beat Red Velvet and Cody in this match. It was Jade who pinned Red Velvet, subbing for Brandy. This whole time, this is just because she subbed in for
Brandy's
Brandy.
feud, yeah.
Yeah, realistically. So Jade and Red Velvet have been at each other, beating each other up for weeks, and it's coming to a boil here. But Red Velvet charges her, hits Jade with a super kick early on to send her outside, then a flying tope suicida. Back in the ring, going for another dive, she gets caught into like a fall-away slam, but it's from like outside the guardrail into the crowd. So Kaylin King or whoever,
Kaylin King,
has just got
Star of Shot in the Dark.
just 8. Oh, I just burped for Kylan King. Sorry. Red Velvet just like goes flying into the railing here, and yeah. They continue the match. There's a stalling suplex slam from Jade Cargill here for a near fall. They go to a commercial break. When we come back, Red Velvet tries to fight back. Yet another super kick to Jade's face, and then I think goes for some sort of like a face buster. There's then Red Velvet who says, "I'm that bitch," by hitting a standing moonsault for a near fall. Goes up top for a moonsault off the top, but misses it. And Jade locks in the chicken wing for the chicken wing face buster, or they call the Jaded. And it's over. Jade pins Red Velvet.
I thought both looked really good here. I've really been enjoying Red Velvet. I think she's been pretty strong on the mic, and everything I've seen in the ring, she looks great. Jade just looks like a star, and if this really is her fourth match, I think she's been very impressive. They've been working matches that clearly are showcasing her and hiding any weaknesses, because I'm not really seeing much yet. Sure, these aren't the most complicated matches, but I think she's looking great in everything. And I quite kind of like this as just a little mini feud. It's nothing too high up the card, but there were stakes to this. I felt I thought this was not bad.
Both of them are pretty good. Like Red Velvet seems like she's really good in the ring, and
I think both could be really big deals. Yeah,
Jade obviously just has this look and this monster push behind her, so she's going on to probably bigger and better things. I'm just happy we didn't get any Vicky Guerrero or any of that.
Yeah,
it's
me
just
too.
Jade. Yeah, we go to Tony Schiavone and Britt Baker with Reba backstage, and Britt Baker has a chart for wins and losses here because technically Thunder Rosa didn't beat her.
That is
Remember,
true.
in the match.
Yeah.
So she keeps joking on about that. Wins and losses. We respect that immensely here, she says. And, well, I'm ranked number 3. And, well, Red Velvet's ranked 501. I'm at number 2. And I have more matches. And I've won more matches than anyone. But Jade is slowly coming up behind me. But that's okay. And soon I'll be number 2. And then I can go on to win the title, because that's what that title needs. A role model. So we need a championship role model, says Britt Baker.
I found this quite funny because there are quite a lot of people that criticize the whole ranking thing in AEW, and I quite liked how Britt Baker was kind of explaining to you, the viewer, as if you're an idiot, how the rankings work and how she can get up there. And she's going like, look, I've got more wins than this person, but they're higher than me because they've had less matches, and therefore like the ratio. But if I do this and going on Elevation, this is basically a commercial for Dark Elevation. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
It's basically a commercial for that,
promos it.
because this is what she's saying. She's like, tune in to watch Dark because I'll be wrestling because I'm trying to get my wins up. And I don't mind that now, because you then watch Britt's match and you know there's some sort of story going into it.
Do we need to watch NXT with our like post shows on Tuesdays with no AEW dark spoilers?
Yeah, true. We should change that.
Watch the dark spoilers
Yeah.
on Tuesday nights. Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, I like Britt Baker's promo. I'm interested to see her versus Sheeta down the line. I think she should be the one to take the title from her.
Yeah.
We go to Anthony Ogogo versus here I have it. It's Cole Carter versus Anthony Ogogo. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo.
You're tired too. It's okay.
I don't know who Cole Carter is, but he's gonna get beat up. He gets punched in the gut, and he's like, "I'm out."
Yeah, I love this. I thought this was great.
Anthony Ogogo, the boxer, the Brit, the governor, as
Yeah.
they're calling him. Every British person hates fingers and also goes by the governor?
Governor, yeah, if they're from London. Yeah.
Okay. So like everyone
Yeah.
just goes by the governor.
There's more to the UK than London.
Okay. But I'm used to seeing Danny Burch, who is injured right now, on NXT, and they
He's
call
the
him
governor,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah.
call him the governor. So I'm like, okay, well then he's also British and he's now the governor?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Anthony Ogogo just punches this guy in the gut. Not in the face, not a knockout, just punches him, and the guy's like, this hurts
Punch
so
the
much.
gut would, yeah.
It's like liver shot or
hurts
something?
So bad.
Yeah.
I really like this. Anthony Ogogo's obviously still training, and you're just protecting him. Looks great. Why? Like, it's believable. This guy's a medalist. This guy's had loads of knockouts. Of course, a punch to the gut is going to take the guy out. And yeah, showcases him without actually seeing any of his wrestling really yet, because he's probably still working on that.
I guess so. But yeah, just to get him a win
Yeah,
here. But
I quite liked it.
It's definitely different. It's definitely interesting. We don't see too much. I liked his ring gear. It's got the Olympic rings and stuff like that. I would totally milk that forever if I ever was in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Just use the rings for everything. That's my logo. I'm an Olympic.
I'm Rings, yeah.
Yeah, I'm rings.
Them rings. That's my wrestler name.
I'd have onion rings. Actually, I don't really like them.
No, me neither.
Hot take. Onion rings suck.
They're alright. I'm just like, I'd never choose them.
Yeah.
And then I don't like when it's like gets all slippery and slimy. And
Yeah, I don't get too close to people in my life who choose onion rings over fries. I'm sorry. It's a hot take, I know, but like,
yeah.
it's just, it ain't it. It ain't it. I like blooming onions, but not onion rings. Olympic rings are better. So we go to, I'm seeing Chris Elliott, who's still in the chat here. Shout out Chris Elliott.
Go to bed. You got a big day tomorrow.
He says, didn't WWE get in trouble for using the Olympic rings in WWE? Yeah, I remember something
Maybe.
about that too. Wasn't
What,
there?
with Kurt?
Yeah, there was something.
Perhaps.
The Olympic Slam. They
Yeah,
call it
they
that.
changed it to the angle slam, didn't they?
But like that's what it's called now, anyway. So like,
Weird.
yeah, the Olympics just let them use it. They're giving you free. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's more to that. I don't know. Add an extra ring, says Fire Frank in the chat. So
True.
yeah, we go to Dax the Axe versus Chris Jericho. So Dax the Axe representing the Pinnacle. Not all the members are ringside. Only a few are allowed to be ringside here. So it's Jericho and Sammy Guevara and Dax with Tully and Cash. But Mike Tyson, the special enforcer in this match, and JR, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur are like, Mike Tyson is the baddest man on the planet. He is a machine. He will destroy anyone and anything who gets in his path. If he sees anything he doesn't like, he'll destroy them. And then he comes out in pink shorts, some,
White t-shirt
Some
and
loafers.
some loafers, no socks.
and he's like, "Hey guys,
But
what's
he
going
would.
on?"
It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's like,
it's funny.
he can wear whatever he wants. Like, yeah, he would knock you out.
So funny. It's so funny. I love it. So Jericho and Dax the Axe, they're fighting here. They're kind of brawling all around the ring. It's kind of a hockey fight to start off. They fight through the crowd area, tell all the wrestlers to move out of the way. Dax uses a microphone as a weapon. So Jericho grabs a pen from the commentary table and uses it to jab him in the head with it there. Jericho then grabs the camera at one point, does his classic Jericho thing, but Dax kind of gives the finger there. Back in the ring, Jericho hits the classic bulldog and goes for, yes, the lion salt, nails it, but only a 2 count. Dax gets up, hits Jericho with this mean-looking forearm, and then the rebound slingshot powerbomb for a near fall, like his man Tully there. He goes up top for the Dynamite Kid diving headbutt, but it's a miss. there's the lion tamer, but there's interference. There's some shenanigans. Jericho goes for the Judas effect, but it's missed. There's a brainbuster, a code breaker. There's chaos. Tyson on the outside knocks out Cash Wheeler here, which looked great.
Great punch.
Yeah, this punch was epic. Jericho, off this distraction of the chaos, hits the Judas effect. 1, 2, 3. Jericho wins as the Pinnacle and Inner Circle kind of break up here.
I think Dax Harwood has proved himself to be quite a nice, like, good, solid TV match singles wrestler. Like, think of this, the Jungle Boy match, and now this one with Jericho. I thought this was really good. I actually quite enjoyed this. Just a nice back and forth. You had the Tyson spot, and Cash Wheeler took it great, looked great. This was a thumbs up from me.
Jericho grabs the mic and says a word I did not understand, but it's okay, and says that Mike Tyson's basically like an honorary member of the Inner Circle for now, so better watch out.
Best friends.
We're going to get Mike Tyson Inner Circle merch.
Probably, yeah,
Get
very likely.
one of the guys to get the tattoo to match.
Yeah. Who would you have it? Sammy?
And then Pinnacle will make Sean Spears get it to mock him. Like in The Hangover 2.
There was also, just while you were out the room earlier, Miro had a promo where he said that Kip's been missing since the Arcade Anarchy. And he says, look, I'm moving on with or without you. And if you work for this company and have gold around your waist, you better pull a Kip and disappear, because I will find you and I will kill you. Or words to that effect. Not bad.
Yeah.
He's moving on from Kip. That was the gist I got.
Right.
Kip's scared of Miro and has taken
Left?
his ball and gone home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Forbidden Doors.
Maybe.
He's going over to, I don't know, fight New Japan wrestlers.
Triller.
Kip Sabian. He's got great music, though.
Does he?
Kip Sabian.
I can't think what it is.
Me neither. Yeah. I'm just guessing. We go to the Young Bucks backstage, out kind of in the parking lot near the arena here, with the Young Bucks, the Good Brothers, Kenny Omega, and Don Callis. Don grabs the microphone away from Alex Marvez and says, "Get out of here! You guys, you don't have any danglies, like the dangly jewels or the dangly earrings. You don't got any, so you're not allowed in here. Get out of here." I like how the Bucks not only have the dangly Shawn Michaels earring that I've talked about so many times. It's just so fucking epic and heel. Once you get the earring, that's when I knew they had to be heel. You got dangly cross earrings. You're heel. But they also got the Shawn like leather Triple H hats.
Gross hat.
I want one just to do I want one just to do it.
They look so obnoxious. All these guys look so irritating and obnoxious, and I love it. It's great.
Yeah, this look definitely looked like bad guy gang.
You're just
rules.
like, oh, I fucking hate that guy. It's that look, isn't
they
it?
look so good. I've been kind of sour on this whole group thing, but the look here, instantly I was like, all right, you're pulling it off. You look like dickheads. Don Callis says, just when you think you've seen it all, the Young Bucks come, and they're the best tag team. They're the best tag team in the past 2,000 years of pro wrestling, if there has been wrestling that long. But everyone thinks this is the end of the story, when it's just the beginning. So interwebs, radios, podcasts, all that stuff, everyone's asking, why did you guys change? Well, the Bucks grabbed the mic and they say, we've never changed. We just got sick and tired from you non-sport numbnut fans, says Kenny. You think we were just like you? No, we're not like you. We're better than you. We go where the gold follows. And the Young Bucks say that matches of the years coming out of our ears like nothing. And tag teams, you're all being put on notice. And he kind of name drops all these other tag teams. And that we have a BTE trigger with your name on it. And if you wanted the old Kenny, you wanted the old Bucks, well, by God damn it, you've got it. So Don ends with be prepared to be surprised again. As then Don super kicks the cameraman.
Yeah, the Bucks tease it and they go like, no, we wouldn't do it to you. And then Callis kind of does one.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I haven't liked how they got to this moment. I as we talked about the other week, the Bucks kind of turning heel. It's just happened. It's been teased too much over the year. But now that they have fully turned, I like this group together because it's not I wasn't interested in Good Brothers Bucks feud or whatever. And maybe we might get there down the line. But for now, I think they're way better just all united, all dicks. I thought they were great here.
Yeah, I know Don Callis is all these guys are the fan of leaving little breadcrumbs that may or may not lead to things, but when it does, it's like, well, see, we did that. What's the surprise here? He says he's got a surprise. What's the surprise? They win the Impact title, so now they're taking over all the brands. The Good Brothers get the titles back, so they're so Kenny's hanging out with double champs and everyone's champs. Is that what?
Maybe.
I don't know. Or are they gonna get more like New Japan style crossovers? What's he gonna do? Are they taking over? But we'll see where it goes. But I thought they all looked and did their part in this.
Yeah.
Helped kind of make you remember that they're the baddies. We get a Thunder Rosa vignette, a promo here talking about how she's taking over the world and she wants the AEW Women's Championship. But that's not all she has her eyes set on, because Serena Deeb, don't forget, I want a rematch for that title. Or she wants to face her for that NWA Women's title. She just wants all the gold. She's the belt collector.
Yeah, I mean, I feel she should feel like this. I know it was an unsanctioned match, but she won the biggest match in Dynamite, like one of the biggest matches in Dynamite history. Fuck yeah, she should be calling out every champion out there.
I mean, yeah, she won that match. She should be realistically the one. But Britt Baker's right. You know, the numbers don't lie.
No.
So it didn't happen. Never happened.
Never happened.
Technically. So we go to Where Is My Mind, the Pixies, because the best friends, Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander, coming out here. And Chris Statlander's return. She came out in the Arcade Anarchy to help the best friends. But here she is in a singles match going up against Amber Nova, the mechanic. She's kind of been on the indie scene. I've seen a bunch of her in Impact in the past few years. Her gimmick before was kind of like she likes cars.
Okay.
But here she kind of dropped that and she's just kind of being a wrestler. But not really too much to see out of you here. Chris Statlander does the nose boop to the ref. He kind of doesn't want to do it, but he's like, all right, cool, I'll do it. There's some forearms from Statlander. Amber tries to get back. Amber starts to get in her face. She's getting a little catty here, like talking some shit. Statlander gorilla presses her and then hits her with the Supernova, which is basically the bastard driver. Statlander wins, just like that.
A good re-debut for Statlander. I thought she looked great here. I forgot how big she was, like to do the... I forgot she was like a big powerhouse kind of wrestler because she was throwing around Amber Nova. No, I thought she looked great here, and great addition to the women's division.
Yeah, I see kind of this character, the alien thing, like evolving where she kind of almost drops it down the line and becomes kind of...
It becomes a nickname, like the alien. Like something one day you'll get a grown-up Jack Perry and he'll still be Jungle Boy, but won't necessarily be looking like Tarzan.
Exactly. Know? Yeah, I see that as well with Chris Statlander. I think she's got a great look. She's also like pretty big compared to some of the wrestlers here. So I was a fan of her before, and I liked seeing her here, and I like to see that she's back. And she's got like the face paint on one side of the face with the contact lens and all alien and stuff. And yeah. We joke about all the time about like how wrestling, someone's job becomes a gimmick, like a garbage man or whatever. It's like, how is there never just an alien in wrestling?
There is now.
Yeah, and it's Chris Statlander. I'm interested in seeing her face Thunder Rosa or Britt Baker,
for sure, yeah,
or Eva Lise.
Bye bye.
Maybe not Eva Lise.
Yeah, I've not completely read up on all that yet.
Who cares?
It's been a busy week.
Yeah, like
pour one out. Was next original Eva Lise.
No, I'm just gonna no sell it like she did everything. We go to Team Taz. They're waiting on Christian Cage and his answer to Taz's request or like offer. Like, hey, you want to join? And Hobbs says, we've waited. We don't want to wait anymore. And Stark kind of goes, well, we waited for you. We waited a month, and we're Team Taz. We should stop, taking second seat to all these things. We need to get out of here. And Taz is like, don't worry. I got this. Tony Schiavone is with Christian Cage. And I said to you, I'm like, oh.
Sorry, there was a bit in the last bit where Starks was going, why are we waiting even a week? They said, we wait months for Hobbs. And it was almost a little dig at Hobbs. Like, why are we always waiting for people? Like, people, I can see Hobbs taking that the wrong way because we've already got the dissension between Starks and Cage. So, yeah, Stark's just running his mouth a little. I can see him pissing off a lot of Team Taz.
He's making everyone mad because I think Cage wants to leave Team Taz, and
He always looks so unhappy at the moment.
and join the Cage coalition with Christian Cage.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
That's what's going to happen.
Tony Schiavone with Christian Cage, and Christian's, I said to you, I'm like, hey, I don't know if these guys have ever really crossed paths, at least on screen, because it's Tony Schiavone and
No.
Christian. And then they do, and Christian mentions it, like, hey, this is the first time, so this is a pretty big thrill, says Tim. I've been a big fan, says Christian. He says, and I'm out here in my gear because I requested this open contract where I can just have open challenges. I want to wrestle. That's what I'm here, to outwork everyone. It's not just a nickname. And he's interrupted. Team Taz comes out, and Taz told Starks and Cage to lay back. He's only taking Hobbs and Hook out with him. And they come out, and they say, hey, let us know. Are you in or are you out? It reminded me of Back to the Future, too. Are you in or are you out? Christian says, well, looks like Team Taz is a dumpster fire, and I'm not really interested. Taz calls Christian a shitbag.
Yes.
You're just a shitbag.
Great line.
Yeah.
I love this back and forth. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was actually really good. Christian basically calls him short, and then...
Yeah, he says it's a good job those 3 steps between, like, here and the ring, because you're actually the same height as me now.
He says, well, if I took my wallet out and stood on it, I'd be a lot taller than you jerk off, or you
Christian's
shitbag.
like, yeah, from all that bingo hall money. Oh, yeah, sure, Taz.
Christian's like, I got that Impact Zone money. Fuck you. And they start going back.
I love, he's insulting as if he's still working bingo halls. It's like, no, he had a whole WWE and Impact career. Like, that was over 20 years ago.
How
Like
big,
22 years ago, yeah, when I was working in bingo hall.
how big you think their wallets are from Impact? TNA, big.
True.
TNA, big. Impact, I don't think they technically work for Impact. But yeah, TNA, definitely. I thought the back and forth was pretty
I thought
interesting.
they were pretty fun here, actually.
Yeah, basically Hobbs comes down to the ring looking to fight Christian, beats him up after Hook distracts Christian Cage. Hook beats him up, and it eventually leads to, after the break they announced next week, is Powerhouse Hobbs versus Christian Cage. So yeah, that sounds interesting. I feel bad for Team Taz. They just face the old timers and get half the job out. Like, they just had the street fight with Sting.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But overall, I'm like, yeah, it's still interesting, though. They did a good job of that.
I'm trying to think in my head where you rank Team Taz in the, like, heel. There's a lot of heel factions. We've got a lot of factions full stop, but a lot of heel factions. Would you say Bullet Club top?
Yeah.
Pinnacle are just always looking like idiots. Like, they
Yeah.
look dumb tonight as
Yeah,
well.
they did.
Like, they're pretty low down to me. But maybe second, I guess.
For just
Storyline
because,
reasons. Then you've got what? Matt Hardy's Merry Men and
Hardy Family.
the Hardy family.
Sorry, Hardy Family Office.
Okay, God. And then
Don't forget about the factory.
Team Taz, as you said, always the factory, and then Team Taz, who are always jobbing out to old people. There's a faction for everyone.
There's a faction for everyone.
For Cody to face, there's a faction for old people.
It's just, yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird. I love it. It's
yeah,
great.
I guess Christian's mix it. I'm sure that's actually some interesting matches there. Hobbs and Christian, and I'm sure we'll get Starks and Christian and Cage and Christian. Gives him a whole series of matches of people to beat.
But it's interesting because Taz has the Team Taz, and he told the guys to not come out when it was just Hobbs beating him up. So it's like they could have all just beat him up, but it was just Hobbs. So they're
Yeah.
trying to get him over, I guess. He genuinely looks big and scary. Powerhouse.
Hobbs, oh yeah.
Next week, they do announce that match, Christian versus Hobbs, but they also announce Ty Conti versus Hikaru Shida, women's title on the line, which sounds great. And a little insert video from Ty saying it's her time, and next week she's becoming a champion, something she's always wanted to do. So pretty exciting for that match.
Yeah, I hope that gets some time. I think Ty's looked great recently, and Shida I've been hot and cold on, but when it comes to actual matches, she's always pretty good. So I'm pretty looking forward to this.
We go to, some other announcements for next week is Ricky Starks going up against Hangman and Trent versus Penta.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that sounds all right.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, sounds like a good stuff. We go to the main event. Are we at the main event already?
I guess we are, yeah.
I feel like we flew through this show.
We did.
Did I like skip half the show just because I'm falling asleep?
I don't know. I'm falling asleep as well. We apologise. This isn't a good start to AEW on Wednesdays. BDLE
Yeah, it
on
wasn't our
Wednesdays.
fault.
So everyone's watching John and Way anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, it's fine. Let's go to Matt Hardy versus Darby. You know, you like a Hardy party. What about a Darby,
Darby
party? Yeah. So Matt Hardy and like he just comes out by himself, and the commentators say that Matt Hardy said that he wants to do it on his own.
Yeah.
So he made his family stay back, and as did Darby. So he's hanging out just by himself. Darby versus Hardy. Darby goes for a springboard coffin drop right away, but Matt Hardy hits him with a chair shot, and it looks like he
It cuts him open.
yeah,
on
he's
the back.
like bleeding
Looks
for the
nasty.
rest of the match, like bloody red back here. Hangman's neck breaker from Matt Hardy for a near fall, and just more stuff with the chair shots to the body all over the place. He goes for the twist of fate with the neck, like the guillotine chair spot, but Darby gets out of it. Reminded me of Jeff Hardy match he's done to Jeff a few times. Then there's the Butcher and the Blade, the Hardy party family come out.
I gotta say, these guys, I don't believe these guys hang out at all. This is a faction. Butcher and the Blade in their like tight white shirts, all
Nine
their
Inch Nails
tattoos,
shirt.
fucking hair everywhere. One's in a metal band, and then you got these dudes that fly around in pink coattails. I don't buy this faction at all.
It's really weird.
It's such a weird mix of people. And then Matt Hardy's there. And sometimes Vicky Guerrero. It's weird.
It's not even just Matt Hardy is like the leader of this like misfit toy land of people, but it's big money Matt. It's like all his thing is money. And
Has just lost his first quarter earnings
Yeah.
of the year and somehow has recruited more people since then.
right.
More people like, yeah, Matt Hardy, that what has seemed to be working out. Private Party are doing great since joining with Matt Hardy. Like, I don't get this faction at all. I don't get why this match is happening. It's just weird.
It just doesn't make sense. It just it's
Like,
just-
do you think Mark Quinn and Butcher just go for beers after this?
should.
The two of them.
I hope so. That would be great. That would be excellent. I just find you're right. It's not. It just looks like thrown
weird to
together.
me, yeah.
Yeah. It's not really believable. So chair shots by Matt Hardy ringing around here, but like we said, the Butcher, the Blade, the party. Sorry, the private party from the Hardy family
Compound,
office.
yeah.
Compound.
The Butcher throws a trash can at Darby's head. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Then Sting comes out with the Dark Order. That means there's all sorts of people fighting around here, and all
Lance
fucking-
Archer shows up.
Lance Archer shows up. Wow, how could I forget the Murder Hawk? Everybody dies. He comes out, hits a blackout on Isaiah Cassidy for no reason, just in front of
he's
Sting.
doing it, in front of Sting to kind of send a message, and just slides out. And commentary like, Sting's normally the one who's all mysterious, but now it's the Murder Hawk.
Murder Hawk's there. He looks at Sting. Sting looks at him, and he's like, good stuff. He hands, I think he gives Darby the bat, like the Sting bat. He's like, here, use this. And they take out everyone, so it's just a one-on-one match. Hardy and Darby brawl all over the place, but then Matt does lock the chair around the neck, the guillotine chair spot, with the twist of fate, but Darby kicks out at 2. They start to fight all over again through like the back area, throwing monitors around. There's a ladder set up, so Matt Hardy jumps off it with a leg drop through a table on Darby at one point for a near fall. Again, he can't keep him down. They come back to the ramp area. There's the bat with Darby. He starts to just beat up Matt Hardy with the Sting bat. Decides to destroy the monitors stuff off the announce table. So JR's kind of pissed.
Yeah, JR didn't sound happy.
He's like, all right, cool, thanks. Darby then beats up Matt with the bat, puts him on a table, climbs one of the lighting rigs or the trusses,
Scaffold,
yeah, scaffold things, hits a coffin drop off that through the table onto Matt Hardy. Darby pins Hardy to retain the TNT title.
Yeah, I didn't really like this. I thought the final spot was cool.
Yeah.
The Darby going insane and just smashing up all those monitors and the coffin drop through the table, I thought looked great. Just really didn't like the whole, why was Dark Order there? Why was Lance Archer there? Why was Sting there? Why were the Hardy Men there? Like, it...
The Hardy Men? I see Sino in the chat says, the Hardy, the Party, the Butcher, and the Blade. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah. It just, there was so much going on, and it was so much with people I don't really care too much about. This shouldn't have main evented.
No, it should have been the tag match.
Or Tyson. Like, I'm not saying it was like a show stealer of a match, but it's anything but this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tag match would have been fine, but this seemed a very weird choice to close, and can't say I'm excited of anything coming out of it.
It's too bad because Darby is pretty awesome, and I think he's a kind of a hot character that people can kind of latch onto. But it just drags it down completely when it's Matt Hardy, and we've been saying week by week, it's like, why is Matt Hardy just inserted into these main programs? Why was it Hardy versus Hangman? Why is it this match?
At least this was on Dynamite, and this isn't building to a pay-per-view, and we're building all the way to May for Matt Hardy to challenge for the TNT title. At least it's just a Dynamite match.
Yeah. I just find it weird that, like, there's so much of Matt Hardy with this family thing that just doesn't make sense. And this guy Darby's your champion of. He should just be fighting at random people anyways. Like, you don't need to do this silly storyline and stuff. And it was like a weird way to continue the Sting Archer thing for no apparent reason. Like, just felt really like they didn't really want to go into Full Gear this week, so they kind of wrote a lazy show.
Yeah, they probably know where they're going for.
Yeah.
What's the next one? Not Full Gear, Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
They probably know what the card's going to look for that, but they've got a few too many weeks to get there. So this was like a filler episode.
They got Blood and Guts though.
True.
So I mean that's in a few weeks.
True. With, I guess, the Pinnacle have to win that because they just look like jokes. They look like dorks every week.
Yeah, they do, including tonight. So, yeah, overall, I didn't really care. The spot at the end was cool, but I didn't really care for that main event. A lot of the stuff on the show just felt like it sounds like they keep treading the same thing over and over again. Sting and Lance Archer, cool. What you do is you should have just booked the match. Like, I don't know. Like, just do it feels like the same. I'm watching a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, I will say maybe I might look online after this and everyone seems to love it. You can probably hear I am tired.
Yeah,
so
true.
If it was like a fine show. There wasn't anything outright bad. I enjoyed the Statlander debut. I enjoyed Jade and Red Velvet. I enjoyed the Jericho match. I enjoyed the opener. There were lots of things I liked, but there wasn't anything that really kind of shook me and went like, this is great.
The opening tag match.
The opening tag was fun.
Definitely the opening tag got me feeling.
I think I'm just wrestled out.
I'm definitely wrestled out. Like, just too much wrestling, and it's not AEW's fault. They just did like one show last week. They did do the house show.
They did.
That seemed kind of interesting. I bet they taped it for future.
They did, yeah.
Content and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, I'm just maybe just a little wrestled out. But also, like, this was the first week where it's just AEW. I just, for some reason, was like, they're gonna like just have this killer show and just show the world.
You might have people who are NXT faithfuls who have gone, now NXT's moved. I don't know what to do on my Wednesday night now. And might go, I'll check out that AEW. I don't think it's a show that would necessarily make you want to stick around tonight. There was good stuff, though.
There was some good stuff, and the tag match definitely would make people want to stick around and check out some more stuff, but not one of the better. Last week's Dynamite definitely put me in like a bad mood, but this one kind of in the same kind of, not as bad, but just kind of, it was all right. It's cool. At least Tony didn't talk to Sting. Maybe that's why I didn't like it.
Because he didn't talk to Sting?
He didn't talk to Sting.
Maybe. He talked to Christian, though.
He got to talk, Sting got to talk to Murder Hawk in the middle of someone else's match, though. So
that is true.
Like that, something that happened. But that was AEW from Wednesday, April 14th, 2021. What a night.
What a night. We're now going to go to the Zoom call-in line for our patrons. If you are in the Twitch room and you wish to call in, now is your time to join. But I think we're going over to the Windy City to talk to Jake. Jake, if you want to unmute yourself, let's see how your Wi-Fi is today.
Oof. Good luck. Good luck here. Howdy, gentlemen. Happy Wednesday night. I like this. To be honest with you, I kind of like this time slot better with you guys. So I hope you stick around for a while.
We will for the time being. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Tuesdays NXT.
No plans of giving this up quite yet.
Not yet. No, we won't throw in the towel just yet.
Well, hopefully we'll throw as much money as you guys on the Patreon as much as we can. So we'll try and do our best here. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Somewhat agree with you guys with the amount of wrestling that I watched today, with everything in Mania, as well as the collective on GCW with Bloodsport and Spring Break. I kind of felt some of that tiredness as well. Even though I did enjoy the opening tag team, And here's the thing that I've noticed too. It's been a year since AEW and Dynamite has been in the same venue at Daly's Place. After watching Mania this weekend, I kind of do think that probably AEW should try at least another outdoor venue just to shake things up a bit, and probably at least do something different for like a couple of shows. That's probably what really stuck out to me, is maybe they should at least try have a different style of look, in my opinion. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it would definitely help just bring some different energy. I think we're getting into the summer months now, and I know the US are kind of ahead of vaccinations than we are, certainly. So the idea of running some outdoor places in the summer seems good, but from a business point of view, is just doing it at a different venue really going to help ratings at all? I can't really see that being much of a draw to new viewers. Sure, people that watch every week, it might feel a little fresher, but they own Daly's Place. This is free where they're doing it. It's to rent another venue, it's an expense that you don't necessarily need to do. But I think kind of, for me, I feel sort of SummerSlam for WWE, they might be trying to have fans again. And I think we will start to see fans being introduced more and more. And definitely, I think by the end of, but I can see in the summer doing some touring with AEW, but I think it will still be with Daly's Place for a while.
I think it'll be there for quite a while. My only issue is when they do Daly's Place every week, it looks great. I think the actual set, everything they got with the crowd and stuff, with the wrestlers and stuff, it's working for them. They were doing it before WWE. They looked great. The only issue is, and then I watch every week, and then you go to a pay-per-view, it's the same set and everything. It's like you don't even, you don't even make a set.
Pump a bit more money into that.
Make a set. If it's a pay-per-view,
maybe I think is Double or Nothing. Have they announced where it is? I think it is just at Daly's Place.
It's Daly's Place, yeah.
Maybe the one after that, you could aim to do a different venue. I think for a pay-per-view, absolutely, you could try a different market. But I agree with you. It would be nice. I've been thinking that with NXT before this pandemic even happened. It kind of felt like we were getting to a point where they might hit the road for some tours and then come back to Full Sail, which they used to do on the tape shows, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
But haven't really done since moving live. But I can see it, maybe not imminently, but in a few months, definitely.
I mean, AEW was so close to getting back to Vegas because Nevada was going to open up. They're planning to open up on June 1st, and unfortunately, they kind of missed that mark on that. So hopefully next year they'll go back to
they're open up. Vegas was open really quick when the pandemic hit. I watched a lot of. I was really into that. I was YouTubing. My dad works a lot of security Vegas stuff, and I was fascinated by how quickly they were calling up. Who's the famous singer down in Vegas? They got him for all the spots. They're like, yeah, we're
Tony
open.
Bennett?
Tony Bennett? No, oh man.
The Ospreys are back on tour too. So
the guy who just never ages, or that doesn't narrow it down. But someone in the chat. Vegas? No, Wayne Newton. Okay. Yes, Wayne Newton. Yeah, Mr. Vegas. Vegas has been popping, but yeah, I think for AEW, stay in Dailies until you need to go somewhere else. Yeah. I feel like Yeah, go for it, Jake.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, you're just saying. I just have one more thing, but you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say, like, I know wrestling fans will like love to go to see a show when they do come to their town. So like, if they were to announce an AEW in Toronto show in like two years, like hell yeah, all wrestling fans are gonna want to go check that out. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Getting out of wrestling for a bit. Do you guys having like favorite shows to watch right now in streaming, whether it's Netflix or Disney Plus or Hulu and all that stuff? Like, I don't know why, but like since like the past few months, I've been binging a lot more Netflix than I have, especially since the last year. I probably have a lot more open time in my schedule, and I I think it's a very underrated show. Especially for underrated show on Netflix is The Crown, which I really enjoy, which is about like the weirdness of the British monarchy. I know it's like I know it's a very fictionalized version, but like after watching this show, I kind of get why Harry and Meghan wanted to get the hell out of there because it's like a very toxic environment, and especially season 4 with some of the dodgy stuff with what's happening and kind of like the emotional abuse of Diana. So, but it's like so entertaining to watch that show on Netflix. So
I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. Yeah,
I've heard a lot of good. I don't think it's one I'll check out. I believe I've heard the performances are great and it's meant to be great. I just I don't know, like growing up in the UK, there's a lot about the monarchy in the press and stuff, and I can't say I'm too interested in watching a fictionalized version of it, but that's just me. I'm kind of in the middle of between series right now. I haven't really I've tried starting The Wire, and I need to give it it's been just WrestleMania week, wrong week to start The Wire. But I did finish watching Euphoria on it's on Crave over here. It's an HBO show with Zendaya.
That's a great show. Yeah,
it's quite heavy, but it looks beautiful. Like it's so different from anything else I've watched. Ozark I finished kind of recently. I'm trying to think of what to move on to next. I don't know what my mood's been in. It's been all just wrestling recently.
Yeah, same thing. I finished The Sopranos, and then I just kind of finished up. I finished Barry. That was
Barry
really
was
good.
Great.
Yeah. We've talked about Ted Lasso on this show. That's like an Apple TV show, but I highly recommend trying to find that and watching it because it's just so funny. I watch a lot of crime docs and stuff. I love all the Netflix true crime documentaries and stuff like that. I'm definitely looking to maybe start up a new show or something like that. But just like watching stand-up with WrestleMania, I watch a lot of stand-up comedy on my spare time lately as well. And then the other night I just got super stoned and put on Shanghai Noon. So like, that's just how I roll sometimes, So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, speaking of documentaries, I'm looking forward to the A&E documentaries that that WWE is going to be putting out.
Yeah,
so,
they're doing the Austin ones coming out soon, isn't it?
This Sunday actually. So I'm really excited to see that on A&E. So, all right, that's all about I have tonight, guys. So yeah, thanks so much, and continue to support you guys, and really appreciate this night. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Jake.
you, man. Thanks, appreciate it.
Take care. And we're going to go to one of our participants in Up Next Mania today. He's got a big tag match tomorrow. It's Mike Hogan, if you'd like to unmute yourself. Mike, what do you think of AEW tonight? Is he there?
Hello. Can you
Hello.
hear me? There we go.
Can hear you.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in just to, talk about the Crown a little bit. I agree entirely. Having watched AEW, Jade Cargill is quickly becoming the queen of the women's division, and I was just wondering if you could book anyone as a potential bastard son of the royal family in AEW, who would it be, and why would it be MJF?
Well, if you're saying Jade is the queen, like for sake of the
we're not going to get that
story,
technical.
Would it be Jade and Shaq? So we're looking for the illegitimate son of Jade and Shaq.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's
Is
weird.
that thing. I don't know.
Who would be Diana?
You think it would be MJF? I can see that. Illegitimate son. Oh, Marco Stunt. That's who Vince would cast in that.
Yeah.
The little runt of the litter.
Yeah, this all sounds awful.
Yeah. What I just wanted to throw that in first because mainly, as you mentioned, we are 24 hours away from Up Next Mania, the great granddaddy of them all. I'm very excited for it. I'm excited to see Braden get put in his place by Chris Elliott. I'm excited to see the spectacle.
You're only on this show because you're David's friend. You know that, right?
Oh, is someone a little bit rattled there, Braden?
Like,
It's
I don't
all
even
right.
think
You
you're
can
a
go to bed
patron.
soon.
I thought this was only patrons could call in.
You can check the email and just to say that me and John Cena were going to be putting you'll be in your place by Chris Elliott, and we'll be putting Eric Marcotte and brother Nate in their place, and it will be a glorious, momentous occasion, and it will be fun to see how rattled you are this time tomorrow night when the BDE Championship is out of your grasp.
I hope your team wins, Mike, because we'll give you some winner's purse so you can go and pick up a microphone instead of talking into your little earbud thing that you keep talking to. It's really annoying.
Be appreciated.
And now your internet's cutting out too. So why don't you get out of here?
Enjoyed the show tonight, lads.
Thank you, Mike. Take care.
Remember when we asked everyone in the Up Next Rumble to cut a promo and everyone didn't cut a promo? That's what he just did right there. He asked you to come on to cut a promo and he's still learning. But Eric Marcotte's going down. Apparently.
Eric Marcotte. Yeah, we've got that tag match tomorrow. Brother Nate Milton teaming with our MMA expert, Eric Marcotte, to take on Mike Hogan and Sino Evil.
It's going to be like one of those old, All Japan tag matches.
Oh, yeah, just heavy hitting.
Randomly, you're pairing Eric Marcotte and Nate Milton against these guys. Yeah.
It's the four pillars. We have an 8-man tag elimination match, post-wrestling teaming with The Torch to take on Grapple. We have myself taking on B Detroit in an Inferno match. We have 2 Rumbles, all our patrons playing Jackbox. And finally, we have a special grudge match as well. Wei Ting versus Andrew Thompson in a promo off.
That sounds interesting.
It's going to be wonderful. And then 3 Stages of Hell as the main event. Braden Harrington versus Chris Elliott. Tomorrow, Thursday, April 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Twitch.tv/UpNextPodcast. Be there. We've put a lot of work into this. We'll be recharged for tomorrow. I promise we're going to get a good night's sleep after this show.
It's going to be crazy. I highly recommend trying to tune in for this because some of the stuff going into this show, you got to be there for the pop.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't wait for this show. So tune in. And if you can't, we'll have it up on the Patreon in the replay and stuff for a little while there too. But check it out because it's going to be crazy. We've done these game shows before, but we're taking it to the next level this week. Trust me.
It's Mania, baby.
It's our Mania. It's Up Next Mania.
It's evolution.
It's our evolution. It's the ultimate thrill ride. It's the granddaddy of them all. Where it begins again. It's all gonna happen at Up Next Mania. I can't wait. It's just so exciting.
It is. Thank you so much for joining us for our first Wednesday night BD Elite. We love you all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess this was just a podcast of us shitting on AEW and promoting our own Twitch stream.
Why not?
But going forward, tune in every Wednesday night. We will be talking about Dynamite. Believe it or not, we actually do really love AEW and love to talk about Dynamite. This week was a little, but we'll be back next week. We have the free feed with Up Next every Tuesday night. And the podcast out early Wednesday morning, and the same goes, but for Wednesday nights AEW and early Thursdays, and then as well as Shot in the Dark there with John Cena covering everything else. But yeah, WrestleMania week's over, guys. We just want to sleep, and hopefully we have that new apartment that we were talking about.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you guys for listening. Take care. Goodbye. Be safe, and good night.
Ahoy! Oh.